What's up, challengers? Okay, so continuing to read through some of our check-in forms, and a couple things have come to mind that I think are worth doing a video on, because while some of you may have shared some of these things in your check-in forms, some of you may have overlooked it and maybe just not mentioned it, and I just think that it's something that is worth making a video over so that we can continue to learn and grow through the challenge together. So a lot of us have articulated the fact that in the evenings, once our kids are gone to bed or once we're done everything for the day, that is typically when nighttime cravings, nighttime snacking, and all of that stuff tends to happen. So I'm with you. When I quit drinking wine, I'm like 115 days sober or something. I started to recognize that I was trying to numb emotion, and wine was always the thing that did that. It just took the edge off. But what was the edge? The edge was the stress of the day. What was the stress of the day? What's on my mind? What's bothering me? What am I trying to suppress? So I was working through all of that, but I started to recognize that I was replacing wine with nighttime snacking, saving my yellows for popcorn. And through that, I've learned that I need to understand my relationship with food and understand the triggers behind why I feel like I need to snack, and also to start breaking the habit. So I always tend to mention breaking the habit first, and to start recognizing what your associations are with your nighttime snacking. So for me, once I finish getting the kids to bed and I finish my work, I tend to wrap up working at, this is crazy, I wrap up working around like 11:30 or 12 midnight, and then I'll turn on a show. And when I turn on a show and say like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed at 1, I suddenly find myself watching a show with popcorn, and then before I know it, it's 2, and then I have to be up at 6, and I'm exhausted. Anyways, long story short, for me, TV equals snacking. So I no longer find myself going to turn on the TV because I know that it will lead to nighttime snacking, especially if there's nighttime or if there's snacks in the house. Right now there's Halloween candy, and I bought all kinds of popcorn, and I have butter tarts, and it's all here. If it wasn't here, I wouldn't even be tempted. So that's my next step, is to get rid of it. But instead of turning on the TV, I have chosen to, instead of read personal development books, just to continue learning and growing, to buy some books for pleasure. So I have pleasure books, or I play games on my phone, or I work. I just work, and then I do a meditation, something to keep my hands busy, and to start breaking that association. If I watch TV, I will eat. If my hands are busy, I'm holding a book, I'm playing, I'm working, my hands, I can't eat. So I want you to start recognizing what you're doing when you feel the need to snack and start breaking the association, number 1. Number 2, I want you to start identifying the times that you go for food. Is it because you're trying to suppress emotion, to deal with stress, to cope with stress, to do something? The whole process of having a challenge group for me is to help you recognize that this is not about losing weight. This is about how we choose to deal with life stresses, life's shit. And I want you to take unhealthy mechanisms, coping mechanisms, and strategies, and replace that with empowerment and things that you can control. My motto is control the controllable and influence the rest. You have complete and utter control over your fitness, your health, and your mindset. So these are the 3 things that we're going to work on. I encourage you to check out the Files tab. Click on the banner of the main page. Click on the 2 little dudes, the heads. Come to the banner of the main page. It says Info and Files. In there, I have attached a list of personal development recommendations that are broken down by topic and category. Take a peek. There's lots of things to help you heal and learn and grow through this challenge and this process, so that it's not just a physical transformation. We change on the inside and the outside, and that is where lasting change comes from. Okay?